All right, so I held Jarrad down and forced him to answer one more question for me, and it was about the Shorty Bench. So if you don't know what the Shorty Bench is, it is Prime's kind of new iteration on their adjustable bench that the top pad comes off and it takes all these cool attachments and stuff. And they've been teasing it for, I don't know,
Yeah.
35 years now or something like that.
Might have
Uh,
been 38, but yeah,
okay.
yeah, give or take a few.
What's up, everybody? Joe Gray here today with another our Home Gym AMA Warm-Up, where I get to talk to our upcoming AMA guests and hosts. Today, I'm joined by my buddy Jarrad from Prime Fitness. Jarrad, what's up, dude?
What's up, man? How are you, dude?
Doing good. It's a
Good.
cold Northern California day, but as we just talked, not nearly as cold as it is in your neck of the woods.
Right.
So
Pennsylvania's brisk right now, man.
yeah,
Very brisk.
so I'll take it. All right, man. So we tend to jump straight into this. So I'm gonna lead off with the first question. Give us the intro. Who are you? Why are you here?
So, man, I'm Jarrad Griffin. I'm the vice president of Prime Fitness. And I'm here to, I guess, give everybody a little bit of an insight or an intro to who Prime is for those that don't know. But the biggest thing for me in Prime as a whole is our support for, the garage gym competition in your community and the things that you do. We're a huge believer. We love being a part of it. So if we can help drive awareness for you and everything you do, likewise, that's what we're here for, man.
Cool. Easy. All right. Number two. Tell me about your lifting experience. So it can be yours personally. It can be kind of Prime as a company. How does lifting kind of fit into your world?
Yeah, so man, it's been a big part of, I would say, my life over the last several years, probably at least the last 16 to 20 years. I remember as a young kid, like coming home from school, and my dad was always like really big into lifting, right? So he just massive arms and he was just always a big dude. And I remember my dad, coming home every day from work, seeing him lift, and I'm like, man, I may never have arms as big as his, but I'm gonna try, right?
Uh,
So that's kind of what started the whole thing for me. And then we were fortunate enough through manufacturing, which is a big part of where we started, my family and where business kind of started for us. Of manufacturing weightlifting equipment and Strive primarily, and it was just very intriguing to me and what they had, what they did, how it worked. So long story short, we kind of just dove into that. Prime started to form a number of different avenues, different ways that kind of got us there. And we quickly started with the bodybuilding community. So that's where I would say the biggest interest was of Prime or in Prime at that point in time. And those are the people that we kind of surrounded ourselves with, that we became familiar with. And then it branched out from there. So for us, I'd say it started with bodybuilding. Then, we've had experience with some powerlifting, CrossFit. Most recently, the home gym, garage gym community has kind of been a big one for us. And we're just constantly looking to evolve and just kind of learn and diversify our products for who they fit the best, right? So we've got our bodybuilding products that are more geared towards bodybuilding specific. But we also have some things that bars and different things that we're trying to gear towards the powerlifting community, and our prodigy racks and things like of that nature that fit that garage gym, home gym community, but gives them still that commercial grade equipment
yep.
at their home as well, right?
Yep. Cool. Perfect. All right. So you touched on this a little bit already. I'll ask it just because. What's your experience been like with the home gym community as a whole?
Man, I'll tell you, it's been eye opening. All in all, it's been great. So up until I'll say, when COVID hit, that was really the turning point for us. So we had just launched our Prodigy Racks,
Yeah.
I'm going to say shortly before COVID hit.
Yeah.
And primarily we're, hitting the commercial gym setting, high-end personal training facilities, so on and so forth. And then COVID, and then the demand for the product, it went through the roof.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody within our organization truly had an understanding for how massive that community
Yeah.
was, and just how our products fit into that community. So it's helped us as a brand and just kind of change our mindset and how we look and how we see things. And man, I'll tell you, it's been eye-opening. That's
Yeah.
probably the easiest way for me to describe it. And it's been great. It really has. We've learned a lot. There's a great number of individuals within that community. And they share probably the most feedback.
Yeah.
So that's helped us evolve as a brand. And it's made us better, whether it's the home gym, garage gym community, or the commercial gym setting. It's made us improve across the board as a business.
That's what I was gonna ask you. The difference between working with a guy who buys, $250,000 worth of equipment and shoves it in a space that he probably doesn't touch daily, versus a dude who's like, man, this $4,000 piece from Prime, I'm gonna use every day. I'm gonna assemble it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna load it up. It's gonna be my everything. My kids are gonna hang on it. My wife's gonna use it. Whatever it is.
Right.
There's
Right.
a very different view of what is quality and not. Do things shake and move and shimmy and whatever? Like the commercial guy is really worried about, does it break? Does anybody get hurt? Do I
Yeah.
get sued? Right?
Yeah,
uh,
they don't view things, and some do. I don't want to say all of them, right? But the garage gym community, they've got a, I don't want to say a better attention to detail, but they will hone in on those
yeah,
details maybe more so than like I'll call a gym goer going to a commercial gym
yeah,
facility, right? And that's the feedback that I love.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, some of it you're like, oh man, really? Like, is this that big of a deal? And it is.
yeah,
And if it is to one person, there's probably several others that think the same thing.
yeah,
So it's probably something we should be looking to address,
yeah,
right? It forces you to get better.
yeah,
That's what I love about it.
yeah. Yeah, I had a conversation with a few people at one point where I was like, did you ever lift in a commercial gym? Yeah. Okay. Now you own a home gym. Yeah. How much time did you think about the bar that you lifted with when you were in a commercial gym? And they're like, never. I just grabbed the
Right.
bar, right? Did you think
Right.
about the plates? No, I just grabbed the plates, right? Did you care about the bench or the dumbbells weren't perfectly knurled or whatever different things?
Right.
And
Right.
then it's like now you own it and you're like, oh, I can't have, I got to have aggressive knurling on this very specific bar with a certain, TPI, and, it's got to be volcano knurl, or, spend all this time worried about the bar, right? That you never thought of when you were in a commercial facility. And things are just a lot different in the home
Yeah.
space. And I know, talking to some other companies in the past, that translates to an interesting conversation, especially for a company like yourself who started in that commercial space and then was like, here's our stuff. And you maybe weren't used to that level of detail, feedback,
Yeah.
insight, etc. So, all right. Fourth question. This is the custom one for yourself. So, what makes Prime Prime?
So man, there's a number of different things. And the obvious one from a surface is, we've got our smart strength technology, right? So the adjustable cam, the three peg torque arm, that's what I think a lot of people recognize and or know Prime for. Innovation. And those are great, man. Like, we love that. We love to be innovative. We're going to continue to be innovative, and we don't release products just because we're not going to release a bench to be a bench, so to
Sure.
speak, right? But the biggest thing, or the biggest takeaways for me and what Prime really is outside of innovation, is the quality, the customer service side of it. Those are all equally important to us, but it's also the fact that we're made in the USA, man. So that is really important to us. It's really important to the owner. We make everything down to our own weight plates. So everything is machined, it's laser cut, it's fabricated, painted, assembled in Franklin, Pennsylvania, which is a very, very small town. But it's all made here.
Yep.
In addition to that, we're a small family owned business. So we have a very small group of, as far as like on the sales side, the engineering side, the support side, customer service side, we're small. that's important to us. We want to continue to keep that family owned business at the forefront, small family owned business. We want to be intimate with everybody that we work with, right? We want that every experience to be great and be important, and everybody to feel important. Coupled with the made in USA quality, man, that's something that we are very proud of and something that we stand firm on.
I know a lot of people I've talked to over the years have this perception of you guys, and I think it's because of how polished some of your stuff is, that you're a much larger organization.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you know off the top of your head, like rough estimate how many people actually work for you?
So yeah, so what we have specific to the prime side, we have one sales guy, one main accounting guy that handles everything in and out day to day. We've got one inside sales rep. We've got myself. We have three engineers and a part-time marketing person that are all specific to Prime. So Prime handles, all the engineering, all the customer service, all the sales side. Our fabrication business, which is larger, and produces all the equipment for Prime. We have roughly, I'm going to say about 25 assemblers right now specific to Prime. Welding, laser cutting in full, the fabrication business employs about 140 people.
Okay.
So yeah, that gives
And
you a pretty good idea.
they do more than just.
More than just,
Okay,
yeah,
so it's
more
not
than
like
just
that's 140 people that are solely focused on making gym equipment kind of thing. Yeah,
correct.
gotcha. Okay.
Correct. Correct.
Yep. Yeah, so you're certainly bigger than the guy in his garage making some stuff on the side.
Yeah. 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 Just a
But
little bit.
yeah, but far from the likes of maybe like a Rogue or maybe even Rep Fitness kind of thing who's got,
Yeah.
you know, probably 25 people in marketing alone,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah.
Yeah, we've got myself and a part-time person in marketing
Yep.
right now. So
Yep.
yeah,
All
from
right.
that aspect, we're pretty small.
Cool. All right. Last one. This is the most important one. Give me one reason why people should look forward to your AMA and come and hop in and talk to you and all that good stuff.
Man, so we're here to learn, right? So we want to learn, we want to understand more about this community, what they're looking for, the products that they're interested in, what they want to see from us, good or bad. We're looking for that feedback. So I would say that's the best reason to follow us, man. We're going to be responsive, and we're going to look to address, whatever it is people bring up.
Cool. All right, man. That's it.
That was painless, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, right? So, like I
Right on,
said,
man.
short and sweet to the point. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to put the details to the AMA in the description below. So, the dates and all that good stuff, so now you can hop over and talk to Prime. It'll probably be you answering the questions and stuff, right? So,
More than likely,
yeah,
yep.
okay. So, come over there, be nice to my buddy Jarrad, ask him some good stuff, but don't make it softball questions. And that's it. So, all right, everybody. Next time. Peace. Okay. All right. So I held Jarrad down and forced him to answer one more question for me, and it was about the Shorty Bench. So if you don't know what the Shorty Bench is, it is Prime's kind of new iteration on their adjustable bench that the top pad comes off and it takes all these cool attachments and stuff. And they've been teasing it for, I don't know,
Yeah.
35 years now or something like that.
Might have
Uh,
been 38, but yeah,
okay.
yeah, give or take a few, right?
To the point where I have one, I enjoy it. I like the attachments and stuff. I think it's really unique in how you guys have gone about that, especially compared to all of the other way. I mean, basically every other bench takes attachments in one way, a post on the front. The issue is that it's nowhere to be seen. The only people that seem to have it are myself. I think Adam at Garage Gym Lab might have one,
Yep, yep, he has
and
one.
then a handful of people who were lucky enough to win one in the Garage Gym competition. So the question is, where is it? What is it coming still? Do we have? Why has it been delayed? All that good stuff.
So, man, the easy answer to that is, yeah, we're well aware. Everybody's been waiting a long time for it. Um, so we're currently in the process. We're building inventory. So we have learned from some prior launches or past experiences, regardless of the product, that we always seem to be maybe a little bit too conservative when we launch a product from an inventory
Ah,
standpoint.
okay.
So our biggest thing was we built several of these, got them boxed, we got them in stock, and then I was like, you know what, I need more. So we have the next 2 rounds of stock being built right now. But part of that, we wanted to gather feedback from yourself, from some of those garage gym competition winners that received theirs, Adam himself. And some of the feedback we received, we learned some things.
Yep.
So that did create some changes that we made to the product itself. So we went back through some of that inventory that we had already had. We had to make some new pieces and parts,
Sure.
which we have. They're ready to go. That next batch of inventory, I'm hoping is ready very soon.
Okay.
I hate to say, hey,
Of
end of the
course.
year, I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
The 30, I've been telling people for 35 years, right,
Yeah.
that it's going to be coming out very soon.
Cool.
Very soon is the goal. Yeah, that's what we're rolling with.
Awesome. All right. That's fair. Yeah. No, I get it. I know part of the hiccup of making things yourself becomes that process of you can't just bulk order 10,000 units to be shipped over or anything like that. And even some of the importer guys, Bulletproof Fitness has been running into that. He did a big order on his isolator and it's like 6 months behind or something. Um, and then you gotta backpedal and go, hey, I'm sorry, like it's still
Yeah.
a thing, we're working on it, but and then you give a date, and then you gotta just pull that date and say at some point in the future, and yeah, so,
Right. Yeah, it's never a good situation to be in. But obviously, bulletproof. I can sympathize from
yeah,
the standpoint of just working through delays.
yep,
And I know even for us, it's like, oh, well, you control all the manufacturing, right? You
yeah,
build everything. We do, but that's still it still comes with its own delays.
yep.
So yeah, we're working through it, trying to get it addressed and done as quickly as we can.
Cool, man. All right, that's the actual end. So, how's it,
Okay.
guys?